Welcome back to the Last Shot podcast with me, All Things Wrestling, and Shawn Michaels Jr., Stefan.
What's up?
The sky, mate. The sky is up.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to discuss today for this week's edition of the Last Shot podcast. What do you want to start with, mate? Do you want to start with Adam Cole and Tommaso Ciampa situation?
Yeah, we can start with that.
Yeah, if you've not heard, Tommaso Ciampa has been pulled from World League Wrestling's event 9th of March, replaced by Adam Cole, which has led a lot of speculation that Tommaso Ciampa will be pulled from NXT TakeOver New York.
Yes, and from what I heard, there's a lot of things going on with Ciampa. The injury may be serious. He's suffering a neck injury right now.
Yes, and obviously we know how serious WWE takes neck injuries, as you can look at Edge and Paige, Jason Jordan,
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, there's so many instances I could mention neck injuries, so I don't think they're going to want to risk it. Obviously, most NXT tapings have been done up until TakeOver New York, so he won't need to wrestle for WWE until New York if he can make it.
Yeah, but the same tapings can make a big problem for TakeOver if he is suffering from serious injury.
Yeah, obviously, because if he cannot defend the title, they've got things saying he will defend the title, which contradicts what's going to happen. They're going to have to pull a Stone Cold Steve Austin and get Rikishi to do it for The Rock.
Yeah.
God, that was a nerdy reference. But yeah, if Adam Cole was to take his place in NXT TakeOver New York, which I would like to, because how would he do it?
Probably a backstage attack. Or, probably that. That's the best way to go. If that is something to happen like that.
Yeah, that's the problem, because Adam Cole's... Both of them are heel, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that turns Tommaso Ciampa babyface.
Not really, because... it turns Ciampa babyface. That's what they want you to think. But in the same time, we can see a heel turn for Undisputed Era if Adam Cole wins the title. There.
Yeah, Adam Cole gets a babyface turn because Roderick Strong, who, if I'd say Adam Cole will either be in 2 title matches, because that's the rumoured card, is Adam Cole will be going with Matt Riddle to face a Velveteen Dream for the North American Championship, and Roderick Strong and that aren't even on the card.
And O'Reilly and Fish are also not on the card, which makes things even more interesting right now.
Yes, because they could use them to replace Adam Cole in other places for him to go for the main title.
Let's be honest. Nobody really expects Undisputed Era to turn on Cole. Everyone thinks they're best friends. Everyone thinks they're brothers,
Yeah.
So
there's something
that would be kind of shocking.
Yeah, well, to most people who haven't been watching how they act towards each other, because you can tell Stronger's got something against Cole. Just the way he acts.
It's kind of strange. I really don't know. Ciampa can be good to go. If Ciampa is good to go, I can see Velveteen Dream against Adam Cole, which will be. Honestly, that match can main event every show, man.
Yeah,
that will be amazing.
It's definitely clear if Ciampa does compete at TakeOver New York, he will definitely drop the title to Johnny Gargano.
Yes.
Which will lead to Johnny Gargano having a feud with Adam Cole and dropping the belt because Gargano and Ciampa are fucking off to the main roster.
Yes, and then when Cole wins, that's what I was thinking. Ciampa drops the belt to Gargano, then Gargano drops the belt to Cole, and then Cole feuds with Roderick Strong.
Yeah, if you've not seen, Aleister Black put over a few talents before leaving NXT. So he's literally going because he lost to Velveteen Dream and a few other people.
Yeah, everyone. And let's be honest. If Ricochet, Black, Gargano, and Ciampa are all going to the main roster, they need to have a babyface. They only have Matt Riddle and Velvet Dream.
About to say, so
They
you
need
need
Adam
to
Cole.
make a new top babyface to replace.
Yeah, and obviously there is no better person than Adam Cole to put in that situation.
No, because obviously if he's got a main belt, that belt will be like one of the most prestigious things in the world because you are not beating Cole easy.
Another thing interesting is on live events, on NXT live events, Adam Cole was actually wrestling Gargano in the past few days.
Interesting, because they always do stuff in live events before they do it on TV.
Yeah,
most of the time.
That's even more. That even more makes me think that Gargano. Oh man, I'm completely lost. That makes me even more think that Ciampa will not be able to make it a takeover because they're not doing those matches randomly. That's for sure.
Definitely not. Definitely not. But yeah, I just can't wait for NXT TakeOver New York, which will be amazing regardless. I think it's on a Friday this year, which is weird, because it normally goes Hall of Fame, TakeOver,
because
WrestleMania.
Yeah, because ROH and New Japan is in Saturday, so they didn't want to put both major shows in the same day.
Fair enough. By the way, I'll be live for all of the events over WrestleMania weekend, so come and check the live streams out.
And the reason they did it, is because they are saying people can go to both events, but the truth is they were afraid that TakeOver wouldn't sell out.
Basically,
which of course it did sell out.
And Hall of Fame, I don't think they're bothered because they get most of their money via the bloody network for that thing, don't they?
To be honest, I don't really care about Hall of Fame that much.
I do. I'm a big fan because it gets me like 1,000 views. So I love the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's not the major event.
Nah, we'll discuss Hall of Fame more next week. I think I've got things we should probably discuss about the Hall of Fame.
But
not this week. We have a lot of better stuff to discuss this week than the Hall of Fame. That will be hopefully next week's podcast.
Yeah. So Tom, let me ask you if we see Gargano against Cole, does Ciampa drops the title? I mean, does he vacates the title? What is he going to do?
I don't know what they're going to do with Ciampa.
That's fucked up. That's really fucked up situation there.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be a shit way to end his reign, no matter how they do it.
And honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, I would really love to see a match between Velvet and Dream and Adam Cole.
Yeah.
I think that would be great. And also, I wouldn't want to see the feud between Ciampa and Gargano end because of the injury after a year of feuding together.
Yeah. I know. I don't want it to end.
That would be stupid. So I'm really hoping for Velvet and Dream against Adam Cole and for Ciampa and Gargano because those are two matches that will definitely steal WrestleMania weekend if that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's it for that. I don't know if we can say anything else about that topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next we have a very interesting thing to talk about: the Shield reunion.
Yeah, that's another big topic. What do you think about that? Let's start with you.
I've seen advertisements and stuff for a Shield reunion, which I do like the idea of, but I feel like it would overshadow their WrestleMania because people just want to see Roman win the title again, as we discussed last week. Like the advertisements, the actual arena was advertising Reigns and Rollins versus Corbin, Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley in a 2-on-3 handicap match. Obviously,
I don't really care about that.
No, but obviously, the heavy rumour is that they're going to either add Dean Ambrose into it to make it 3-on-3, or add Elias and Braun Strowman into it to make it a 4-on-4, which makes no sense.
I don't care about that still, to be honest with you. No, I'm sick of those tag team matches.
I mean, if they're doing it, they should do a 3-on-3 Shield match.
Yes.
Obviously, they shouldn't be adding other people into it.
That's obvious.
I mean, if they want Dean Ambrose to stay, like they really do, this is the best way to make him stay, is do a Shield reunion. Because clearly he was unhappy with being a heel. Very clearly he hated it.
Here's the thing. I said this last week. You need to separate Joe Anoa'i and Roman Reigns. One is the real life, and the other guy is a character.
Yep.
So if they push Roman Reigns like they did back last year, they can put. I mean, it can easily turn fans against Reigns once again.
Yeah, definitely could.
Because after 2-3 months, they can push him. He can beat a couple of NXT guys, and when that happens, fans will turn on him again.
Yeah.
That's what I said last week. It will be the best to turn him heel right now.
Definitely. We know this.
Yeah.
But Vince is the problem there.
Vince is the problem, but if you push him again, like last year, why would you risk again having fans turn on him if you can do a great heel turn which nobody expects and have the guy be the best heel of all time? He has potential.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just quickly say what did we say last week. If for someone that didn't hear about Reigns' heel turn, tell it to people and explain them what did I say.
Well, the best thing to do is, I think, would be have Seth Rollins win the title at Mania.
Yes.
Roman comes out and like, oh my god, my buddy won. Decks him one.
Yeah.
Kicks the living shit out of him and be like, you know what, guys? He was never there for me until I'd finally got leukemia again. You guys were booing me until I announced I had leukemia. You're all just fucking fake fans. Fuck you all. I'm Roman Reigns. I don't need any of you. I'm better off without you waste of spacers. Drops the mic, walks the fuck out.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense to do that. Because fans booed him. They hated him until he didn't announce that. Leukemia.
Like,
and when he did the announcement... What? Sorry.
It proves it, because on the said Raw he did it. As soon as his music hit, because he was first thing for Raw, I went, ugh, for fuck's sake, another Roman promo. Legit, that was my reaction to him coming out before he made his announcement. That just shows how I hated the Roman Reigns character.
It's so perfect. It will be so perfect, man, if they will do that with Reigns.
I know. He could be as big as The Rock one day.
I can see this happening also. Triple threat match. What do you think about that?
No. Just Seth
I agree with you,
Brock,
but
one-on-one.
Yes, but I'm looking from WWE perspective. From their perspective, they will probably want to add Reigns to that. If that happens, they can probably have Lesnar retain because of the Saudi Arabian show, and then Reigns can. Lesnar can pin Reigns to win the title, and then Reigns can just destroy Seth Rollins after Seth tries to help him out after the match. That's another possibility.
The problem with Saudi Arabia is Reigns refused to go back to Saudi Arabia. Same with John Cena. So if he did do that, Reigns wouldn't go to Saudi Arabia. He refused because of the whole reporter situation that was going around. A lot of the wrestlers are sour on Saudi Arabia.
So in this situation, I think Roman Reigns is not even... We don't need to see Reigns at WrestleMania.
I think we should see him in a match, obviously, but I just don't think it should be for a title. I think he should have a good match against a good top heel or babyface and have just a good old match to get himself back into the swing of things. And the fans will stay behind him if he has a really good match, but not for the title.
Listen to this. Opening WrestleMania. Roman Reigns is opening WrestleMania. And he says, I'm having an open challenge. Everyone who wants... I'm inviting everyone who has balls to face me. Who's answering the challenge? Velvet and Dream.
Yeah, which is heavily rumoured.
Yeah, and that would be a great way to kick off WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think so.
The only thing that will happen is Roman Reigns will probably beat him, and afterwards they will shake hands, and
But even then, that's still
stuff.
a big rub for him. If Roman Reigns doesn't dominate him and they have a good back and forth match, that would put him over massively with the crowd.
Another thing I would like to see, this is just my personal opinion, I would like to see Matt Riddle against Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that would be great. I like Matt Riddle. He's fantastic.
Yeah, but in real, from a WWE standpoint, I think we'll see something with, I don't know, maybe Dean Ambrose against Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
but the problem with that is Ambrose is not built up right now. He lost to everyone.
Yeah, I know.
So
well,
how
still
can
got a chance.
they make Ambrose believable?
By the way, is it Sunday or next Sunday the Fastlane is?
I have no idea. I think. Wait, what's the? Actually, it's Sunday. I think.
Yeah, it literally is Sunday. I did not realise it's this Sunday for Fastlane.
So many pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Before WrestleMania, I don't like to see that.
I'm
good with. I'm actually good with Elimination Chamber. That's fine.
Yeah.
But why do you need Fastlane? That's so stupid.
I don't know.
It's just if you have a pay-per-view before WrestleMania, it should be a pay-per-view. You have Royal Rumble winner for one brand. The pay-per-view Elimination Chamber should be for a superstar from other brand for number one contender championship.
Yeah, just kind of have a good old event, but
Yeah, I mean, it's all about money at the end of the day with Vince. So if he is earning money, he doesn't care.
I know, unfortunately. Alright, I think we've discussed Roman enough. We have many other things. First off, I do want to just give my well wishes to both Harley Race and Howard Finkel, who are both reportedly in very serious health at the minute. Howard Finkel have reportedly suffered strokes recently, and Harley Race is suffering from lung cancer. So I just wish both of them the best and hope both of them recover.
I hope the same, and that's I actually didn't hear that, so it's really sad.
I know,
to hear that.
Especially Howard Finkel. My God, I loved that man.
The guy was in the.
The guy's one of the most nicest guys you'll ever meet. I've heard. Onto that.
A lot of people from that area are nice.
Yeah, some of them are assholes. But let's talk.
we know who.
There's many. Let's have a rant while we're here. WWE hired Dana Warrior to be on the creative team. No, let me rephrase that. She went up and said, "Can I have a job?" And they went, "Yes." Can I go and do that? I want to go up and say, "Can I have a job?" And they just say, "Yeah."
I mean, it's fake.
I hate them.
Let's just pretend I didn't say that, because that's the fact. She's fake.
Yeah.
She's pretending.
I hate the woman. I will not make my hatred for this woman any less known, because, well, we all know the fact she's just living off the Ultimate Warrior's name.
Yeah.
The two were going to separate and divorce before he died.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just oh my God.
It's sad. It's sad to see Ultimate Warrior. I think he has he has 2 kids, right?
He does have kids, yeah. I think 2
so
or 3.
it's sad to see, it's sad to see them next to her, especially at that Hall of Fame speech. I mean, kids doesn't need to listen to that, because it's probably hard for them if their father passed away. It's fucked up situation there.
Obviously, it's
very hard.
Yeah, it is very hard. May he rest in peace, by the way.
So yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, she brings nothing to WWE.
God, no.
No, definitely no.
No, I hate the woman. She's so fake every time she's out there. Okay, rant over. Do you want to talk about the Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston stuff going on?
Yeah, that's. I mean, you start, and I will see.
Obviously, if you
what
hadn't
you're
seen
saying.
SmackDown last week during the contract signing between Kofi Kingston and AJ Styles, Vince came out and went, "You're doing a fantastic job, Kofi, but you're not good enough. Here's Kevin Owens." Which, don't get me wrong, I love Kevin Owens, but it kind of undermined Kofi in all of his hard work. I mean, the rumour is he'll face Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, which would be even better for Kofi. But I feel like you could have probably done it a better way than just Vince come out and slay him.
Yeah.
But obviously, Kevin Owens is amazing. So the problem is with that is Kevin Owens clearly isn't going to win at Fastlane, which pisses me off.
That's something. I don't expect Kofi Kingston to win at Fastlane, but that's something WWE wants us to think.
You mean Kevin Owens?
Maybe. I think they maybe do some switch of the titles. I don't know. Those are the things with WWE. When there's some predictability, they usually change for pay-per-view some things. So I wouldn't be surprised if Owens wins the title, actually.
Yeah, but that's a good thing.
And then, they can do this then. If Kevin wins the title, they can say he can offer the match against. He can offer the match to Kofi, and then Daniel Bryan can get also involved and say, "I lost the title. I want a rematch," and then they can have a triple threat at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that would be a great way to build it, because obviously Kevin be like, "I beat Daniel Bryan." Kofi's like, "I beat Daniel Bryan. I beat him on this, this, and this." To build this triple threat, which I wouldn't mind a triple threat because all three guys are absolutely amazing.
That also makes sense, but if that happens, I'm not really a fan of switching titles so much. So if Owens wins the title, let's say at Fastlane, which probably won't happen, but they can do it. I wouldn't want to see Owens drop the title at WrestleMania a month later. I wouldn't want to see that.
Oh, definitely not. I think if he would win it, he'd have to retain it. But then again, that's a great way to show Kevin Owens how dominant he is, because he's been off for a while. So you need to push the guy hard, because he is probably one of the most over best wrestlers they've got. Because Kevin Owens is just fantastic in anything he does.
He's great. He can play a heel role, babyface role.
Like, I miss this guy so damn.
Even comedy role. Do you remember Jericho and Owens? That was also great.
Yeah, he did a stunner on SmackDown, which was amazing, by the way.
It was amazing, but if you compare it to Stone Cold, that was. Oh man, that's not a great stunner if you compare it to Steve Austin.
Oh, you say that. Stone Cold did a comparison of the two next to each other, and they did look pretty damn good. He got Stone Cold's approval of the
You made it right. You made it right.
It was good. It was a good thing. I like how they're building with the Daniel Bryan, because we don't know what direction they're going in at this point. It's just really good. Everything all three of these guys are doing is amazing.
You also have to keep in mind that we have Big E and Xavier Woods behind Kofi. So we may see a heel turn, which I know they were teasing before for years, but right now it's where things may get a turn. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good situation. We'll find out on SmackDown what's going to go on, which...
It's strange. If you listen to this, I will actually try to send you the video. Remember when Vince come out to introduce Kevin Owens last week?
Yeah.
Remember when the New Day was complaining, "Oh, why would you change the match?" Remember that?
Yeah.
Big E's face behind Kofi was like, "Oh man, I'm going to kick his ass." That was literally his face. He looked cold-blooded. Usually he's funny. He was looking. He didn't blink, man. That was the face of the man who says, why I wouldn't get the opportunity that he's getting.
Yeah.
I will send you that video, and I want you to put that video in this that we're recording right now, because I want people to see what I'm talking about.
I can't. You can't put WWE footage in, mate. I would love to, but I can't put WWE footage in due to copyright. You put any in, they'll kill you. I could put a picture in.
Yeah, a picture, definitely.
Yeah, I'll put a picture in, which will be in now. There you go, that's a picture of what you look like.
It's better. Picture is better. Anyways, with picture you don't risk anything. But the thing is, I have to say to fans is, when it comes to NXT WWE, you really have to pay attention to details, especially in NXT.
In WWE,
attention to details is everything.
But not in main roster Raw, because what happened 4 weeks ago doesn't
That's
count
what I
anymore.
said, especially in NXT. Because there's a lot of things, small details, that if you put them together, it really explains the whole story. It's important, and Triple H definitely knows what he's doing compared to Vince.
Yeah. Which is why I can't wait till Triple H takes over.
That will never happen.
It will. Once Vince dies, Triple H is keys to the kingdom.
Yeah, I believe that, but
then again, XFL is coming up next year, so Vince's time will be very limited in WWE. Which is why he's been hiring all these producers and everything, so he can stop having people take over a little bit of roles, because obviously he's going to have limited time. Yes, let's talk about the WrestleMania card now. We've got confirmed matches: Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Ronda Rousey, Charlotte, which has most likely got Becky added to it, and Buddy Murphy to be confirmed. So 3 matches are already confirmed.
Yeah. 3 matches confirmed.
Yeah.
What are... do you have any rumored matches or something?
Yes, there's quite a few. Daniel Bryan, Kofi, which is obvious. Lacey Evans, Asuka, which is obvious. Usos, Hardys, which would be really good. Trish Stratus and Lita versus Bayley and Sasha for the women's titles.
Which I don't care.
I think it'll be alright. Batista, Triple H, which is going to be probably be confirmed very, very soon. AJ Styles, Randy Orton, which is surprising. And the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. But weirdly, the women's Battle Royale has not even been rumoured in here.
Lacey Evans versus Asuka. I don't know where did you find that card, but I don't think that will happen.
Well, it could. These are obviously rumoured. This is coming from the website I use for most of my wrestling news. So it's fairly 99% accurate. So,
since we're talking about the card, do you want to do the card right now? What do we think will happen or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are starting with, of course, Becky, Charlotte, and who else? Ronda, right? Obviously, match that we don't want. I mean, we want to see that match, but I just don't get why they put Charlotte in that.
I know, I'd wanted just one-on-one with Ronda. But then again, if when Ronda loses the title, because she's already said she doesn't need her job, so she's probably pissing off after WrestleMania to start a family, like it's been said, I think Becky will pin Charlotte. So it makes Ronda stay strong, and we change the champion.
Becky will pin Charlotte. It's hard to predict right now. It's really hard to predict. I think I would like to see that, but that's all I can say right now. I think we will talk about that if we do the predictions video. Yeah. Maybe. Let's right now focus just on the card. Yeah. And by the way, we have after this, after we say the card, we have. We can discuss that right now about Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch tweets.
Yeah, that's literally going to be our last topic. But the rest of the card doesn't look bad. If we're going on rumours, and John Cena's rumoured to have a match.
Okay, so we're starting. We have Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda Rousey. What's next?
Seth versus Brock, which is going to be a good match if they do it right. Buddy Murphy versus whoever wins the tournament, which it'll be a good match. Buddy Murphy is a great wrestler.
I hope they will give them a chance to open the show. I would love to see Cruiserweights open the show.
I don't know why they're ever on the pre-show.
Because Vince doesn't care. That's all. He doesn't care.
It's sad though, because their matches are good.
Kevin Dunn really cares about that. I mean, Kevin Dunn cares. You can just see. I mean, let's get serious. I mean, they don't really care about anything.
No,
So if they don't care about anything, you expect them to care about cruiserweights? No way.
no, unfortunately not.
What's the next match you have rumored?
Daniel and Kofi, which is going to be good regardless, if that does happen.
And like we said earlier, I think they may add Kofi Kingston. Oh man, I'm completely Kevin Owens and maybe Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, that could happen because Mustafa Ali's returned to live events at the weekend, so he'll be back. So, yeah, that'll be good. If they do like a fatal 4-way for it, that'd be good.
Yeah. What's next?
Asuka and Lacey Evans. I think Asuka will just retain. If that happens.
Yeah, if that happens. But I don't really think that would happen right now.
Yeah.
Maybe if they want to push Lacey Evans. I can clearly see why Vince will want to push it. Because she's blonde, you know, she's the WWE type, definitely.
Yeah. Usos and Hardys, which obviously will be amazing because both teams are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't really give you a clear winner on that one because that would be good.
Yes,
there's no Raw tag team title match rumoured, which is weird. God, the Raw tag bouts means jack shit at this point.
Who's even holding titles right now?
The Revival. That's the sad thing. The Revival are holding them and they're worth fuck all.
You know what's sad? I really forgot who's holding the belt.
Yeah. Sasha and Bayley versus Lita and Trish Stratus. They won't win. You know, Bayley and Sasha will retain, so there's kind of no point. Triple H Batista, which will be one hell of a match.
Hey, let's just get back. Sorry about Trish Stratus and Lita against
Bayley
and Sasha. I actually heard they may add, for God's sakes, the Bella Twins. I don't want to see that, but you know, WWE is WWE.
It's WrestleMania, so you know they're going to do something first. Triple H Batista, which would be good.
Yes, that would be great.
AJ Randy
expected, in my opinion.
Maybe even Ric Flair will make an appearance for that Triple H Batista match.
Triple H is definitely winning that, I think.
I don't know. It's hard to determine because with it being Batista, he might take a loss.
I know this is completely random right now. It's random, but man, would I love to see Undisputed Era get involved in that match.
Or just destroy both of them.
Or just destroy Batista, because it makes sense. Undisputed is they are Triple H's boys.
Yeah.
But also we have, you know what's interesting?
What?
We have DX in the Hall of Fame. So maybe they will be involved in something in that match.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That is.
Maybe we can actually see DX and the Undisputed Era get involved. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, listen, it's WrestleMania. I don't care if Adam Cole wins the title or not the night before that, because it's WrestleMania. They can make one-off appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Triple H has someone, if Triple H has a backup, we can maybe see someone else in Batista's corner. Remember that match with Sting and Triple H at WrestleMania 31 when they had NWO against DX.
That was quite funny.
That was great.
I enjoyed that. I think Sting should have still won the match.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Yeah, because that was stupid ending.
Yeah, but the actual match was entertaining.
Especially because Sting was like 54 years old. That's crazy. By then.
And it was a good match.
It was a pretty good match. Let's continue.
AJ Styles, Randy Orton, which you know will be a good match.
It will be a good match.
And on the Giant Battle Royale, which no one gives a shit about. Because it means fuck.
That's bathroom break.
That'll be in the pre-show. You already know that will literally be a pre-show match.
I'm ordering the pizza for that time, man. I'm ordering the pizza, literally.
I've got my mates coming around, which will be good. But I'm not going downstairs this year because if you watch
Sorry.
Said I'm staying in my room this year because if you watched my Royal Rumble, we had technical difficulties for ages because I moved downstairs. So, told my mates to stay in my bedroom, and because they said they can't see my screen because I have a TV on the other side of the room. So I just said I'll put the network on there for them so they can watch it on the bed. Plus that way, because when half of them fuck off, I don't have to move all my shit back upstairs.
Yeah. By the way, I'm sorry because I just want to apologize to everyone. Maybe there's some delay when I speak to Tom because right now I'm over the phone. We had some technical difficulties later, so maybe there are some delays. So I'm sorry if that's the case.
Yeah, but yeah, the WrestleMania card's looking pretty good. Be an entertaining WrestleMania at least.
What are your snacks for WrestleMania?
That's it. That's literally all the matches rumoured. So we still need them to rumour the SmackDown the Raw tag titles, and probably the Women's Battle Royale. But I could see that literally about it.
Did you hear me? I asked you, what are your favorite snacks for WrestleMania?
Oh, favourite snacks? I thought you said what's next. Snacks.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I get a shitload of Coke in, obviously. Coca-Cola, not cocaine. Before anyone says anything.
Same.
Probably get a pizza and a takeaway in, and then probably some crisps and chocolate and shit. Because obviously it's going to be 7 hours.
Yeah, I want to say something. If any of you eat pizza with something else other than Coke, there's some problem with you, man. In my opinion, the pizza only goes with Coca-Cola. I don't know about you. What do you think about that?
Or Pepsi, because they're basically the same thing.
Yeah, but with any other... I mean, only with those two drinks. With any other, I don't really care. That's...
I've really been getting into cherry Coke, though, lately, so I might have cherry Coke with it.
You know what we have also going on with those Tokyo treat that we are ordering?
Yeah, we got Coke in
that will be interesting to see.
I'm hoping mine has arrived. I'm
still
waiting for my box this month.
Anyways, let's get back to wrestling.
Yes. Shout out to Tokyo Treat, though. Check them out. There's a really good...
Same. Check them out. Post the link for Tokyo Treat in the description later, so... I mean, in every video that he's making, he has a link in the description, so try it, because I think it's really good.
Yeah.
And we are not promoting them. We're just
a fan.
We just think it's great.
Yeah, I'm just a fan of it. Now, let's talk about the Ronda Becky Twitter war, which breaks the fourth wall to shit.
Rebecca Quinn, you're fake. I will beat you up.
Yeah, but I'll read the whole thing going on.
Okay, continue.
It starts with Becky being like, get the belt back because I didn't come to get it from Stephanie. Ronda's like, that's what I'm trying to do, dumbass. You're hobbling around like a ginger crutch ninja. I like that, lad. And taking fake photos in the hallway isn't helping. Which you can obviously tell from her mugshot. It literally is done in the WWE hallway. But let's not get into that. And then Becky's like, keep the F word out of your mouth and concentrate on getting better in the business and trying to remain above it. Looking forward to seeing you real soon. And then Ronda's like, you mean fake? Fake like your nonsensical BS armbar that doesn't even work and looks like you're holding a dick when that you wish you had.
You know what's funny? Let me stop you for a second. You know what's funny? What? She's saying armbar is not working. Meanwhile, she posted a photo with armbar.
Yeah, well, Becky's on top of her.
So how is not working if she is in the armbar?
Yeah, he says it does exactly like now you mention it because it does look like a penis, to be fair. And then she went, Rebecca Quinn, I don't care what the script says, I'm beating this living shit out of you next time I see you.
Becky, Becky actually put the picture of Travis Brown, Ronda Rousey's husband.
Yeah, right where the end was. Yeah,
that's insane, man.
yeah.
I think Vince was probably going insane. Jesus Christ.
And then Becky's like, Ron, you still mad, bro? Just check when you went full Russo earlier. Wanted to make sure you made it back okay. She's like, lawyer up, bitch. You'll have plenty to sue me for. It's like, you're doing amazing, sweetie. And then she just shared a picture of Becky's.
Can you imagine Vince? God damn it! Yeah. What are you doing right now? Oh man.
Yeah. And then the last thing Ronda did was share Becky's debut in NXT, where she was an Irish jigger because reasons.
Yeah, but I mean, I actually heard that Vince had problems with that, which is.
Oh, I'm not surprised. They did some break the fourth wall.
No, I'm telling you, he went insane. Because let me read. Do we have tweets? If you can send me right now.
I've got the link to the article I can send you.
Oh yeah, send me that right now. I want to tell you something.
And there's the article.
Okay, I got it. So here's the thing: we have the. So she wrote Ronda. You got okay. Here's the thing: Vince definitely went crazy when Ronda first mentioned that. Fake prison when she first mentioned the fake prison photos. That's when Vince, he was like probably, oh man, not right now. And then when they set up for you mean fake, that's when Vince went insane. I can literally imagine him going insane right there.
Yeah.
And then listen to this. Then Rebecca Quinn, I don't care what the script says. That's probably where Vince is exploding everywhere. I mean, he's probably like, what the fuck you saying? And at that point, he probably wants to nuke the whole America. I mean, the guy's insane.
I know, Jesus.
Lover up, bitch. You're about to have plenty to sue me for. That's great, man.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong, the exchange is amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing, but I just, you know what I wish to say? I wish I could see Vince's reaction to that reading.
I know.
I would really love to see. That would be gold, man. That would be gold.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they should have broke the fourth wall as much as they did in it. Because like Jim Cornette said, to make a real angle, you don't need to break the fourth wall that much.
Yeah, Becky also wrote, I'm sorry, you went full Russo, Vince Russo,
Yeah, so apart from that, Becky didn't break the fourth wall, did she? She stayed in character.
No, she actually stayed in character as much as possible. Meanwhile, Ronda didn't give a shit.
Breaking it.
So it's not Becky's fault, in my opinion.
Definitely not Becky's fault. And Ronda's already said she doesn't give a shit about the job. She doesn't need it, so...
The only thing that I'm afraid of is that Becky may suffer because of this, and not Ronda.
Yeah, I know.
Because Ronda is big name. Ronda's big name, and they don't really care. They'll rather fuck over Becky than Ronda.
I know, unfortunately.
And in my opinion, the reason they did that on Twitter is because if you remember on Raw last week, they didn't do anything with women. Becky got arrested, which was, in my opinion, cringe. It was stupid. It wasn't needed at all.
I like it.
I mean, it was okay, but
it reminded me of Stone Cold. So
it's definitely, if you're over 10 years old, you definitely know it's fake.
Well, yeah, but it's still entertaining. It's like when Stone Cold Steve Austin kept getting arrested. Batista we didn't expect Batista last week. That was a surprise. That was amazing.
We also had Roman Reigns return. So Becky and Ronda feud was not that important last week. So I think they took to Twitter and say, "Oh man, you see, they had Batista and they had Roman Reigns. Let's make this important over Twitter." And then they made fans care about that.
Yeah, it makes me care about them. I want to just see them fight now.
Yeah. And, I mean, if Vince is angry at this, I get why he's angry, but in the same time, Becky and Ronda deserve to be in the main event, and I mean they're trying to work the storyline in any way possible.
Yeah. It's an interesting storyline. I have to give him that. It's at least intriguing what's going on, which is more than I could say for half the shit on Raw.
Yeah. What do you think will happen tonight? What we will see? Is there anything announced for tonight?
No.
Or no?
No.
That's horrible. That's really
They
horrible.
don't normally
Only
announce
thing I'm
shit
thinking
before,
about is
though, do they?
yeah, actually they do.
Only a couple of matches now and again, but most of the segments they keep under wraps, which I prefer that because I prefer to not know what's going to happen because it keeps me intrigued.
I'm actually intrigued. Yes.
Especially,
I'm wondering what's going to happen.
The only thing I know is Batista will be there tonight.
He will be there.
Yeah.
Right?
He's scheduled for tonight.
That's. I'm excited for that. Actually, I'm really excited for that. And we'll probably have Roman Reigns again tonight.
Yeah, maybe he'll take out Shawn Michaels this time. I think Batista should just take out one member of Triple H's thing every single week till WrestleMania.
You know what I think they should do with Batista? Have Batista kill everyone in NXT, man. Just show up and beat up everyone in NXT.
Yeah, that would be good.
That would be. But then again, you don't want to see anyone buried. So.
No.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, what he can say on Raw tonight, I don't know.
I don't think he's speaking. I don't think Batista's going to speak. I think he's just going to come out and cause shit. I think that's what you need to do with Batista. You don't need him to be cutting long promos. You need him to be coming in fucking shit up. Being a total badass. That's how
he is, and I'm glad that I'm really glad that his return as heel because I'm not really into babyface Batista. I really like
babyface Batista. Meh, to be honest.
Yeah. What do you think about Roman Reigns? What's going to happen tonight?
Shield reunion.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're just a couple of days before Fastlane.
They'll definitely do something with the Shield tonight.
They will.
Obviously, Rollins won't be in a match because he's on limited schedule due to his back.
Yeah, but if he's working the 6-man match with Fastlane, that will, he won't risk anything. He can be at ringside and don't do much.
I think that's kind of the idea because obviously they don't want to risk him for WrestleMania, which I get is smart.
The Roman Reigns, the Brock Lesnar, the guy didn't show up at all, man. When was the last time we've seen Lesnar?
I have no idea.
It was, if I remember correctly, it was when he F5'd Rollins a couple of times. Remember that?
That was like after Royal Rumble, weren't it?
Yeah, that was
post Royal
Jesus
Rumble.
Fucking Christ, man! He wasn't on WWE TV for a month. That's insane.
And he's a fucking champion. It's ridiculous. But let's not get into that before I go on a full-on Brock Lesnar rant. I have many opinions about Brock Lesnar. None of them are good.
Okay, do you want to say anything about Lesnar?
No. I'm going to just pass on that and just stay chill. I've had one run in this video.
I think if Tom will right now speak about Lesnar, talk about Lesnar, you can literally make a 10-hour video out of that.
Definitely, I have enough opinions. But yes, I think that we're about the end of the podcast now.
Yeah, I mean, we discussed everything, basically.
Yeah, it's been a good podcast for the second one. Minus the slight technical difficulties in the middle.
And yeah, I really apologize about that.
That's alright. But yeah, thank you all for checking out the Last Shot podcast, a weekly podcast on Mondays.
Subscribe to Tom.
Yeah,
and
subscribe. There's also channel membership down below. If you're interested, just click and check out. It's got a few different perks.
Also, check out his Patreon there.
Yeah, I've got Patreon. Any way to support because, well, it helps any way you can. If not, just share, like, tell all your friends and family. That all helps.
I just want to be clean. I'm not doing this because of money. I don't get anything. And same with Tom. We're doing this because we love wrestling.
Exactly.
But if you want to support Tom because he's doing live streams and all other kinds of stuff, you can just check out his Patreon and become a member or something, because it takes some time, But at the end of the day, the reason we're doing this is because we love wrestling.
Exactly.
And we really want that community of people to get together. It will be really great, because wrestling is all about people speaking to each other. But it doesn't matter if we agree or disagree. That's all part of wrestling and being a wrestling fan.
Exactly. Unless you're a Nia Jax fan, then we don't like you.
That's it, right? We can finish the podcast right now.
Yeah, thank you all for watching. I shall hopefully catch all of you who will watch this for Monday Night Raw's live reactions. If not, I shall catch you next week for the Last Shot podcast.
Tom. Wait a second. We can't end the podcast like this. Let's end the podcast Vince McMahon style. You're doing the impression, man. Come on. We need it.
You're fired! Peace out.